Alright, picking right up where we left off in the fantastic world of Outer Wilds. It's still kind of hot. The window's still open, so you can probably hear the fan just a little bit, but what you gonna do? How you been, my friends? Hopefully all is well in your part of the universe. See what I did there? It's feeling like a bit of an off-kilter day. I usually do a fancy introduction. I didn't have one planned today. No, I don't plan them. It's all off the cuff. I never plan anything. Give away my trade secrets. You can hear the cat. If you hear jingling, that's all it is. Just the cat, don't worry. It's not a new feature of Outer Wilds. Where are we going today, my friends? I do not know. I think we had a plan in the last episode. We'll probably remember what it is if we do something cool, like come out here, match velocity with Timber Hearth, and then leave and just hope that everything's going to be fine in the ship, which is probably a terrible idea, but whatever. Last we left off, we were looking into the Quantum Moon. Looks like we did some stuff at the Sunless City. The gnome I have traveled... Oh, scroll text is so silly. The gnome I have traveled to this solar system in pursuit of a signal from something older than the universe itself. They named the source of the signal the Eye of the Universe. That's right, we were trying to get into the Sunless City. Oh yeah, we're gonna do all this anglerfish stuff. No, my children used to play a game in the Fossil Fish Cave. There is a way to enter Fossil Fish Cave from Stepping Stone Cave. Okay, so we have to get this in a logical order now because we're not gonna have time to think about it later. It's throw lantern, then go into Stepping Stone Cave. The entrance from Stepping Stone Cave is hard to see unless the anglerfish is fed a light first, of which we will be able to do with our scout, the scoot. Okay, where are we going? Zoom out, zoom out. Oh, nice. The twins are rather close. Oh, jeez. It's fine. Headlights, landing gear, we don't need those. Those are optional. Those are for people who like safety. Actually, I feel like one of our thrusters is damaged. It doesn't say one of our thrusters is damaged, but I feel like it is. Okay, so again, we're going to the Sunless City. I believe that is going to be... Is that a weird shot of Ember Twin? Look how empty the middle is. In fact, wait, why is there no sand? What? Why is there no sand being dumped in here? Did we do something weird? This ship is just inches away from dying. That's fine. It's probably okay. We're not going to use it anyway. After this, why is there no sand? We don't care. We just need to get to the Sunless City. We don't have time to contemplate such trivialities. Ow, face. We also need to be a little more conservative with our... something. Our jet fuel. Oh. Okay. Well, looks like we're not going to be able to do that. There's the sand. There's our good friend, the sand. We can get in right there. That looks like a good spot. That does not look like a good spot. That looks like a bad spot. How about this bridge? This is a better spot. I don't know why gravity is allowing us to float so generously here, but for some reason it was, and we definitely took advantage of that. We really do need to get into the planet, though. Not super fast, but we can't dilly-dally a ton. Here we go. We should be able to go through the back entrance of this, right? I think. Can't we come in here and shoot the escape hatch out, and that'll get us front row seats into the Sunless City? I think that's how this one works. That's glass. Okay, here we go. Face. Back, knees, shoulders. Okay. Our headlights might have been broken, but not our flashlight. think I'm starting to remember how to do this. No, you went the wrong way. Starting to remember how to do this, except when I'm not. Where do we go? I know there's instructions and I need them every time. That's great and all. Where do we... It's this way, isn't it? No, no, every time. Every time I do this, I'm like, I could do it without the instructions, and then I regret it. And then I just get lost. Emergency escape hatch, yes, we know that. Keep moving, nothing but rocks. Do not follow. Anglerfish is over there. Wait a minute, anglerfish? Maybe this is the way we need to go. We could go look at the anglerfish over the hollow, right? Or like the... What is it called? Like something's pass? But we could probably... Yeah, see, we could just do it here. That's fine. There. Now it should have a light. And as long as I just remember never to use the scout, we should be fine. Unless that's not the anglerfish that we actually need. And there's 2 anglerfish fossils. Which would be a little awkward. Was this the instruction we needed? Refill your supply. We cannot tell how far deep the area is exposed. We just need to... We need instructions. Cavern, Mallory found. This is the start of the path. Yeah, okay. Looks like this was the right way. Even a broken clock is right 3 times a day. What kind of clocks are you looking at, Chezni? Path to the shelter is somewhat convoluted, so follow the instructions closely. Did we enter at a different place this time? No. Because we always... I feel like we always enter from the ship. Your room, rock column. Hold on. This is the part I always screw up. Pit, left, rock column, climb up. Okay, pit, left, rock column, climb up. Pit, left, left, rock columns up. We did it. How many times is that going to take me before I memorize it? Now I know there's the angler lookout or something like that around here. Oh, this is just a pit of death. Okay, cool. Oh no. It's fine, we don't need oxygen. Oh, we don't need legs either. The problem is, every time we do this, I'm always fearful of moving quickly because I want to escape. Oh, nice. It is the same anglerfish. Okay. Anyway, because I want to escape, make sure we get out before the sands come, so my mind is not focused to committing to memory of the path. It's interesting. It's not even that stressful, right? We know we have plenty of time, but still... When you're afraid, you tend not to learn. It's like a safety mechanism or something. Alright, we want the stepping stone cavern. Here we go. But yeah, it's, I don't know if everyone feels like this every now and then, but I found myself getting panicky at work. And I was studying the effects of panic at the workplace. And it turns out you just have a harder time learning. I was trying to learn something complicated in a short amount of time. And I was struggling so much, and I just felt like it wasn't that complicated. And yet I was struggling to do it, and it's because I was putting pressure on myself to do it, which was making me scared. And people tend to struggle learning things if they're frightened. Oh, we should probably fill up our oxygen. I like not dying. Although we're kind of low on fuel. We could be worse, though. Let me just waste it. Okay, so this should be the stepping stone cavern. And since we fed the anglerfish the scoot, did we do this previously when there was a lot more sand here? I feel like we did. Because I remember having trouble. Because it was like a river of sand and we had to go from rock to rock. Anyway, our path should be lit up, or at least the location of the anglerfish should theoretically be lit up. I think these children write about it. We're playing the fossil fish, entrance, small enough. Yeah. How do we get in, though? Go to the stepping stone cave. The entrance to the fossil fish cave is easy to see now. You won't be for long. Right. Oh, wait, but our scout should also have... Right, we can follow the location of our scout, which is over there. But they said go to the stepping stone cave, as if this area right here wasn't the stepping stone cave. I'm a little confused. Because I thought we went through a door that said Stepping Stone Cavern. Well, we're gonna need to figure this out quickly. We don't have a ton of time. So let's just backtrack. Walking backwards, because I feel like there was a ledge we jumped down from. Well, no, here it is. Stepping stone. Okay, so that area with the houses and the children. Oh, nuts! Did we miss our chance? Oh, how frustrating. There's the scout. But it's not looking good. Unless... Oh. Hey, check it out! It is kind of a narrow fit. I don't know how I feel about willingly going into the horrifying teeth that are the anglerfish, but yet here we are. Why is this fish so scary? I don't even understand. It's just a giant thing with teeth, yet it's horrifying. Whoever was it when we ended last time. Oh, whoever was it when we ended last time is the anglerfish. Rule change. The anglerfish now has to wear a blindfold and do not peek. Why are we changing it? It's too hard to follow if you can't see anything. Aunt Pie says real anglerfish are blind, so you have to wear a blindfold. The rule stands. Rule update. It's okay if younger kids don't wear the blindfold when they're it. The rest of us will still wear it for scientific accuracy and to make the game more even. I remember doing things like that as a kid when you were playing with a wide age range. The name is a misnomer. Not a misnomer. The name is not politically correct anymore, but there's a game called Smear the Something, and I can quickly at least explain the rules, which is simply this. Whoever has the football is the target, and everyone goes after that person. It's a lot of fun. I don't know why I'm talking about this, other than the fact that I remember playing with a wide age range, and we always let the little kids like get away from us a little bit, just so they had a bit more fun when we played it. The rest of us, the little fish, line up against the wall. When the anglerfish says go, the little fish sneak across to the other side. If the anglerfish catches you, you're eaten. Last little fish to be caught is the new anglerfish. The old anglerfish gives the new anglerfish the blindfold and becomes a little fish. It's just like tag, sort of. with a slight game of elimination. Oh. Oh. Tiny Nomai skeletons. They died here. That's adorable and yet so sad. Okay, so we made it here, and we know that... Wait a minute. A blindfold. We could use a blindfold. I want a blindfold. We could quantum entangle if we had a blindfold. If only we had... Wait a minute. We're an amphibious race. Do we not have eyelids? We might legitimately only have those eyelids that let you see underwater, but not ones that actually close. Could that be why we can't? But we could just cover our face with our hands. I feel like there would still be a way for us to make it pitch black. Is that actually the reason why we can't close our eyes? Ooh, looks like a thing. I'm kind of glad we missed that, since looks like there's some interesting things to explore this way. Oh, good. Oh, 3 minutes of oxygen remaining. I'm glad for that. Alright. Malore, anglerfish study. Oh, the adults are speaking. Visually, this specimen appears to be of the same species of the anglerfish in dark bramble. We don't believe it originated from this planet. This anglerfish's digestive tract suggests death by starvation. Poor fish. An update. Malore, while I was here making sketches of the anglerfish, I observed the children I saw earlier playing here again. They've added a rule to their game that incorporates our research. It's wonderful. The long growth protruding from its head is bioluminescent. Perhaps it used this growth to attract prey, a lure? I'm entirely delighted. It's never too early to appreciate biology. I read that out of order, but I think you understood the gist. Okay. Does this not actually... Oh, this is just what they use to go up and down to study the anglerfish. Okay. I assumed this doorway was locked or broken from the other side, so... Or we just never found it. Which is also quite possible. So we discovered the secrets of the anglerfish tunnel, but... what did we truly gain from that? Other than that the children used a blindfold to play. We're kind of worse for wear. We should probably just go straight to our ship. We don't have a ton of oxygen left and our fuel is running low. If we're lucky, we'll make it back to the ship before we die. But yeah, if we had a blindfold, we could do the whole quantum entanglement thing. Without any light. I know I just keep saying that, but I feel like that's the only actual takeaway I can think of from having come down here. It appears as if the location we parked our ship is somewhat accessible. Although, looking at it up close, that is some dubious parking. Alright, let's repair it. Can we get this part? I'm just taunting death at this point. Alright, now let's actually repair this part. Can we get up on top? Can we climb around it? Or on top of it, I should say. No, we did lose a thruster. Okay, well, altogether that was surprisingly successful. Although I suppose we've gone into the Sunless City enough times that it should have been at this point. No, my children used to play a game here. One player was the anglerfish and wore a blindfold. The rest of the children, the little fish, lined up against one wall. When the anglerfish said go, the little fish had to sneak across to the other side. The blindfold rule was added because real anglerfish are blind. The adult Nomai were delighted to see the children incorporate their research into the game's rules. I think this is probably just a clue that the anglerfish are blind, in case you happen to come here before Dark Bramble. Although, if they're blind, if we have a way... Wait, they're blind. I mean, we probably could have put that together. They don't really seem to have eyes, but if it was possible to travel without making sound, theoretically, we would be able to sneak past the ones in Dark Bramble, but I don't really know of a way to travel without making sound. I mean, I suppose if we just... It's just that every time we tried to sneak past them, we always tried to gun the engine. But I feel like even if we went in there without gunning the engine, I feel like the ship still makes sound. They probably pick up on it. You think we should abandon the ship and just go through? Oh, that's terrifying to think of. Yeah, but I suppose we could try abandoning the ship and just going through with our personage, our body, and just try not to use any fuel? Now, we did confirm that regardless of the angle of trajectory or impulse going through the portals of the bramble seeds, you still always maintain the same trajectory every time you go through it. We confirmed that with the scout. I mean, theoretically, again, should we not just be able to go through as a person? Because we would take up less space. I don't want to go to Dark Bramble again. That place is scary. We're actually really low on leads. The only thing we have is this old settlement. Let's go to the old settlement first. We can go to Dark Bramble later. The old settlement... making up words. Settlement is on Brittle Hollow, I believe. Oops. Kind of far away. It's fine, we'll just go around the sun. Still have yet to find a way to get on that darn sun station, although theoretically there's some kind of teleporter on one of the twins. I've forgotten which one. You would have to assume that that teleporter would be the black hole station, right? Or the white hole station. Whatever station. Whatever various colored hole station. Oh dear. I thought I had done it correctly this time, apparently not. Oh no, we're good. Okay, so I know the old settlement is here somewhere. Oh dear. No, it's fine, we probably aren't going to use the ship anymore. I just don't remember... You know what? Let's cut out the middleman. It's probably a bad idea, but... I know that getting into the settlement can kind of be a pain, so we should... No! Well, some thruster or another has been damaged. What the... I don't even know what that was. Okay. We have so much system failure right now. Let's match velocity with, like, that, if we even can. Oh, we can't. I don't think we can do much of anything right now. Yeah, okay. Oxygen tank, headlights, landing gear, cockpit, electrical systems. We lost just about everything. What I'm worried about is that we're gonna leave the ship. Well, theoretically, we should be traveling at the same velocity as the ship, right? At least to start out with. Okay. Yeah, What I was gonna say is I was worried that we were gonna leave the ship and it was gonna jettison off without us, but then I forgot, you know, like Newtonian physics and all that. Do Newtonian physics apply in space? I would assume they do. You know, the whole object in motion tends to stay in motion kind of thing. Same reason why you can't jump out of a... jump on an elevator, a falling elevator at the very last second to save your life. I mean, things could have been worse, right? Hey, look at that. Outer Wilds Adventures. Or Ventures, I should say. So we hit like a raw... Oh, no. How did we make it to Giant's Deep? It's a good thing we didn't burn up in the atmosphere. It's fine, there are no sharks here. Or giant jellyfish. Or giant anglerfish, which would honestly be the worst. Like, straight up the worst. If there were giant anglerfish in these waters, I would never want to come here. Giant's Deep would stop being my favorite planet. What are we missing? Headlights and hull? Fine. We're gonna do all these repairs and the sun's gonna blow up. Oh, come on. Good enough. Let's get out of here. Good thing we landed on a soft planet. So that was quite the adventure. Can we make it back to Brittle Hollow in time? Maybe. Although there is Dark Bramble, like, right here. We could try our horrible, horrible... jettison into the anglerfish strategy. You know what? Let's test it. We're not going to be able to... We don't have enough time to do it on the place we want to do it, but what if we just went in here? Oh, we could also just land really hard on the planet and die before the sun explodes. That's fine. Saves us time. Beat the traffic. Didn't have to wait for the sun to explode, I guess. So that second half was less productive, but we did figure out that anglerfish are blind, which we had to have known, right? Wait a minute, that doesn't even make sense. If they're blind, yet they're... Didn't Feldspar rationalize that they must be territorial and they use the light to detect where each other are? Both of those things can't be true, right? They can't be blind and use light to detect where each other are. Alternatively, we could also just go from planet to planet and talk to people. We have plenty of things to tell them. Not forgetting the suit. Why don't we do that? We'll kind of go around and talk to some people, report what we've discovered to them, if there's anything new. I kind of wish the dialogue options told you what you hadn't told them yet, but we'll use our best judgment. I just desperately don't want to crash on this moon. Have we kind of discovered everything on the moon? It's not a big place. Addle Rock, I should say. Alright, let's talk to old Esker here. Oh, hey, it's you! You can always say that. It's always true. Ground Control didn't tell me you were launching. Long time no see. Actually, I guess it's been a long time since I've seen anyone. Do we not have... Usually characters have a thing that says, hey, I found a thing. Don't other travelers come by? The lunar outpost saw more fit to traffic back when our ships were less sophisticated and need more frequent repairs. Nowadays, it's mostly used to keep a set of eye on things. Some of the church comes by to say hi, but Gabbro's Gabbro, and you know how Rybeck feels about unnecessary spaceflight. Don't go! I mean, is there anything else you wanted to ask? Seems like we can't actually report anything to him, so sadly we don't have anything new to tell him. Well, in that case, we could go scouring the moon for bits of information that we missed, but instead, let's go... Not really sure. Suppose Brittle Hollow is as good as any. We can simultaneously go talk to the guy on Brittle Hollow as well as... Well, guy, relatively speaking. Guy as a neutral pronoun. The personage on Brittle Hollow, as well as go to the city. Oh, oh. Partly because of our last failure to do so, and partly because the planet isn't quite as damaged, we shall go on foot this time. Oh, right, and I kept trying to say it, but I kept cutting myself off. Earlier, when we crashed into one of the pieces of rock, when we were trying to get to the center of the planet, it seemed like it broke, which was interesting. Okay, we're on the wrong side of the planet. I think. Yeah. Hey, there's an ingress point. A point of ingress. Alright. The question is, do we feel lucky? And the answer is always yes. There isn't a single day we don't feel lucky, my friends. See? Lucky. Okay. I want to say we never could fully explore this location. And partly that may be because we need to wait for pieces of it to fall into the black hole so that we can explore them in zero gravity. Kinda wishing I'd checked the computer again to reaffirm what it was we needed to discover here, except it was sort of vague. It just said, there's more you need to discover here. Solution 2, we could craft new advanced warp core inspired by the vessel's warp core. I very much like to do that with Black Hole Forge. Something about our plan that's risky. Original creators of our core. No, but Poker Princess under Nona. He's adept at crafting simpler cores. Ash Twin requires a powerful, highly advanced warp core. Now the gravity down here is a bit more than we're used to. Stacking at about 1.2 if we're down here on the first floor. Uh-oh. Why can't we go up this? probably going to be rereading some of this stuff. And not reading it necessarily all out loud, just to kind of reacclimate ourselves to the underground city. I feel like we don't want to go that way. I think that would just lead us out of the city, which is not what we want to do. We can retrieve the warp core from the vessel. The vessel's warp core is broken. Perhaps we could still repair it. This would require a return to Dark Bramble Plume. My father said many good Nomai perished there. They did indeed. My mentor Calais and his mentor once discovered the anglerfish fossil in the Ember Twin. Using that knowledge, we could avoid the anglerfish entirely. What Mallory and I learned from that fossil would theoretically help us evade the anglerfish, but our hypothesis was never tested. Wait a minute, what hypothesis? I remember the anglerfish fossil. We used to play in that fossil when we were children. Oh man, they grew up. It's Raimi. They were here for quite some time, assuming, of course, that the Nomai life cycle isn't like 3 years or something. Okay, so this is interesting because we have sort of already pseudo-evaded the anglerfish. We did that by avoiding their bright lights. Assuming, of course, that they were territorial, but were we mistaken? Is it truly just that they are blind, and instead of necessarily focusing on the territorial aspect of them, we should have instead... Why does this keep happening? Oh my goodness, and we froze as well. Alright, just a moment. Okay, we got here a slightly different way this time, and by slightly different I mean we may have parked our ship on the bridge, but same outcome, kind of. Here's that scroll that we already read. Regardless, I believe I was going on and on about the territorial nature of anglerfish, which was to say, what's over here? That I thought the trick we learned was that they were indeed territorial, but if they're blind, that may be the actual key we should focus on. Oh, it's the third scroll? No, surely this is the second scroll. No, yeah, this is the Solution 2 scroll. I feel like if there's a Solution 2, wouldn't there be a Solution 3? Things come in threes and all that. Or do they? Did I just make that up? Probably. Now there's water coming out of the upper crust here. Makes me kind of want to go over there. Let's see if we can get up to where that water's coming out of. There's no real reason that I want to get there other than it seems interesting. Oh, crud. 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 We were already up there, though, weren't we? Probably. This place is a bit... I hate that stairway. I don't understand why that stairway always trumps me. Every time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we came up here. But I didn't see any water. Seems to be... Fine, we'll take this, but I don't like it. I think it's gonna kick us out, and we're gonna have to come all the way back down here. Oh. Nope, we gotta switch. Is that our water? It is! It's our water. Nice. Where are we? I have no memory of this place. That didn't even sound like Ian McKellen. What? It's fine. Hold up. Looks like there's a passage up here. A very, very tiny passage. Oh, it's where the water's coming from. How cool is this? This existed here this whole time? You're kidding me. That's awesome. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I've already lost it. There it is. So anytime we want to come down to the forgotten whatever this place is, we don't even have to do anything fancy. We just have to find the melting water. I'm trying to find a landmark so I know, so I can acclimate myself here next time. Yeah, it's right next to the place where Feldspar left us that fuel. Man, we can get into the city anytime we want now. Yeah, so it's just Whitehall Station, fuel, past the big... Oh, we don't even need to go past it. It's just over here. Follow the water and all that. Where does the water originate from? Other than, of course, the melting snow, I assume. Maybe we should follow this river. See if it takes us anywhere cool. River. It's more like a creek. Or a stream. I never know if I say crick the right way. I feel like I was raised in between, like, the West and East Coast, and I've picked up so many words that people are like, oh, you use that word, you must be from the West Coast. Oh, you use that word, you must be from the East Coast. Or you must be a country bumpkin, or whatnot. Okay, so that stream didn't go anywhere. Just kind of went into the rock there. Like, do you say soda pop? Or soda? The people who really get me are the ones who call them, what do they say? A sody? Ugh. Ugh. I'm sorry if you say sody. If you say sody, don't take it personally. I'm sure you're a wonderful person. It's also people who call every single carbonated beverage a Pepsi. Do you want a Pepsi? Yes, sure. Hands you some root beer. What did you just give me? Okay, so I think we've confirmed the water really doesn't come from anywhere important. It's just melting snow or ice or whatever you want to call this. But we do know that once we find that water, we have an easy access. We just probably jump into this... Okay, well that's a little quick. Alright. It's a little bit like a bounce house. And we did get a little hurt. Okay, so maybe easy isn't quite the right way to describe it. But we have a point of ingress into the city, which is fairly easy to find. And should be accessible regardless of the state of the crust of Brittle Hollow. I like it. It's cool. I think most of you watching this are probably people who I've spoken to directly at some point in our life. So most of you probably know what Lands of Lore 2 is, but if you've ever played Lands of Lore 2, the map design is very similar. There's all these nooks and crannies and like hidden places to go to. I love a game that has like 3 or 4 different locations to the same place. It's so much fun. Sometimes I feel like games like that, just discovering the path to another location, or to the same location from a different place, is its own reward. It's like empowering without actually giving the player any power. It's the power of knowledge, the ability to freely travel from one place to another. Dark Souls did a lot of that, although not in quite the same way that Lands of Lore did. Dark Souls did it in a more Metroidvania sort of way. But still, same concept. Okay, Ghost Rock is apparently nearby. Alright. Looks like we can't really go further here. Want to shoot a thing. How do I there we go. Okay, yeah. It's like right there. I don't think we can... Do you think we could kind of come out and fly? It looks pretty... It's like right there. How do we get over there? I feel like this is a bad idea, but we're going to try to get out on the bridge. Slowly. Okay. Okay, so we can... We're like right where the Ghost Rock is. I have a better idea. Let's leave our scout there. In fact, let's just shoot it like over there. There. And we'll use that as our waypoint. And we'll try to drop down on top of that instead, because that makes way more sense than trying to fly around it. Yeah, see? It's down there, right? This is fine. More Ghost Rock. Wonderful. Gravity's also a bit high right now, so... I was kind of putting off exploring this place, much for the same reason that I was putting off exploring the Sunless City. There's just a lot of passages here, and if we really want to comb through it, we're gonna have to come here quite a few times and probably not always find something super interesting, just due to the scale of the location, although I don't remember reading this, and this is written in the scribbles that appear to be similar to children, which would make sense given that this looks like some sort of school. Lami says, explanation of festivals. All the Nomai clans from all over the universe meet in one place to share what they've learned in science and art. It's called the festival. Oh, and this appears to be a grown-up's writing. Felix says, don't forget, festivals happen every 10 years. Lami continues to go on, at some festivals, one clan's big discovery can mean all the Nomai get to advance too, like a Nona's Warp Core, which made it so everyone could warp long distances and explore more. Each clan has a festival envoy to show their most interesting work. Our envoy was Thatch. We can't go because we're stuck here, but Felix says we used to go to. A single festival could last a long, long time. That's kind of sad. Sad that they can't go. It's kind of amazing that they all share information instead of forming divisive clans of power over one another, much like humanity. Formation of this universe. No one knows how this universe was made, but one thing we do know is everything used to be very, very hot and dense, tightly packed together. I'm going to assume that misspelling is purposeful. As this early universe expanded, it also cooled down. Once it had cooled down enough, particles were able to group together to form things like galaxies, stars, and planets. Wait a minute, Solanum? I think wasn't Solanum the one who went to the Quantum Moon? Since then, space has continued to expand at a faster and faster rate, which is hard to think about for too long without your brain hurting. This universe will keep getting colder and larger until one day the stars and the life they support will all die. It's scary to think about, even though Konoi tells me it won't happen in our lifetimes, but it'll happen in someone else's, someday. I don't pretend to be an expert on this, but yeah, the heat death of the universe and all that. It was described rather poetically in a video I watched. I'm something of a astrological expert myself. No. But yeah, a video I watched once where it described it as eventually everything will be moving so far apart and increasing in speed so much to the point where galaxies will separate and be moving away from each other at such a speed that they will no longer be able to talk to each other. Because first, things like, you know, the galaxies will be moving apart from each other at a rate that exceeds things like radio waves, and then eventually moving apart so quickly that they'll be moving faster than light or something like that, to the point where it will simply not be possible to communicate with one another, because at the point when the signal or whatever is sent, it will never actually reach the intended audience. Okay, I think we can do something. I'm trying to swap this over to camera mode. Oh, we can't. We have to retrieve the scout. Alright. So it looks like we don't want to go that way. Could just drop down here, though, probably relatively safely. Yeah, totally. I vaguely remember doing this. We did do this, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, I think we found our treasure for coming to here, which is this scroll. Simply must navigate back to our tree place. Place with the trees. This was probably a terrible idea. Whoa! Okay. It's fine. Ah, I wanted to get up on the roof! Pizza on the roof. Okay, well. I am sated for now. This is the direction of the trees, right? I think. Is our ship still up there? Oh, it is. Nice. We have not lost it yet. What floor was the trees on? This floor. No, more children. Why should we build a new vessel? Nomai clans explore the universe and its own vessel. It's unusual for Nomai to remain in one place. Yeah, I think we've read this one before. Although last time we were here, we didn't quite realize that children had written this. The Ash Twin Project. Yeah, they're talking about not having a warp core. There must be something we're missing here. I mean, well, the computer tells us there's something we're missing here. Hey. Have we been up there? Seems to be a white hole teleporter. Oh, I see. Is it possible to get here? Maybe? No. Does that not count as... No, it doesn't. Alright, so we can't go that way. Is that possibly the tower that we entered into off of the White Hole Station? I suppose. We kind of need to get confirmation on that. Confirmation on exactly which part of this city goes through the station and why that's important. Because I think we ended up solving the puzzle, so to say, We got the answer before we even knew what the question was. By accidentally stumbling onto it. Well, as cool as it is that we got up here, there doesn't really seem to be much. Wait, what? Why did that get pulled out? Hey! This looks interesting. Why do you keep pulling out the translator? Oh. Hey, it's Solanum again, and she's writing a bit better this time. I no longer believe, as I did as a child on Ember Twin, that the eye of the universe, the source of the signal, wishes to harm us, but it may not want to be found either. In fact, the eye may not have any wishes at all. We have no evidence supporting this. The terrible circumstances of our arrival here were almost certainly exactly that, circumstance. I suspect imagining we are special to the eye in some way is wishful thinking. The eye might have called out to any sentient species. Or it may not have been calling out at all, and that my ancestors heard the eye's signal holds no great, deep meaning. This wouldn't be so bad, I think. I remember reading that one as well. They welcome this place to try and reflect on the eye. Yeah, I think we've also read this, but we're gonna really quickly skim through it, just in case there's something we missed, which I don't really think there is. Yeah. Nuts! It's reset time already? Well, shoot. I think we drew a blank this time. It says there's more we need to explore here, but we're just not finding it. Oh dear. Wait, what is that? What is this big thing? Wait, what? It seemed like there was something pointing into the black hole. Well, we might as well go look for that temple, I suppose. I don't think we're gonna find it before the sun explodes. Although there does seem to be some writing up here. Oh no, that's not writing. Wait, what is... Oh, that would, of course, be the sun. A swing and a miss. We'll have to get more creative about how we uncover mysteries. What are we missing? We could try to go to Dark Bramble and test our will going through the portal without making sound theory. Why don't we do that real quick? And I feel like if we don't have any luck with that, then no great loss, and we'll cut it there. Since the city's secrets continue to elude us. But okay, so the anglerfish are blind. Now we just have to remember how to get to that specific portal. I think we'll have to do it by going to the Know My Grave. Shooting our scout through it. I hate this place. This is easily the worst planet. Oh, come on. Okay. So, we've got the scout there. So, theoretically, all we should have to do is just go right through that gap. Where are we? I feel like we got turned around. Did we actually go through the portal? Right! We didn't need to do that. We knew it was the red one. Okay, so let's avoid the other lights. And just go straight for the red one. Assuming, of course, the ship is able to maintain its singular peace. That didn't make any sense. Okay, this seems like suicide. This is also just completely terrifying, but okay. We're gonna try it. If they are indeed blind, let us go through without making a sound. This has got to be the worst idea ever. Okay. Here we go. Just gonna take my hands off the the keyboard and the mouse. Oh my goodness. Are you serious? This is... No! Why would they make you do this? Oh my goodness. It's working. I thought for sure this was a dumb idea. Okay. I guess I really don't want to look around, because even looking around would trigger our suit's sounds, right? I figure we'll give it some time, and eventually we can use the position of our scout up there to kind of gauge how far away from those, and the sounds. We should be able to use the sounds to know how far away from them we are. It is getting fainter. Oh, and whatever this is coming into better view. I still don't want to move, though. Even though the sounds of the anglerfish are very... Holy crap! I cannot believe that worked! What is this? Okay. The sounds of the anglerfish are super faint, but again, I'm totally paranoid. I don't want to move yet. So what is this cellular thing that... Is this the true seed of Dark Bramble? What is this? Alright, I guess buckle in. This is going to be a slightly longer episode. I can barely hear the anglerfish. Do you think it's safe to move again? Alright, we're going to try it. Oh gosh. If you don't have bathyphobia, this will give it to you. Okay, so we can move at least. I'm not too terrified of getting eaten, at least not yet, but what the heck is this? We described this as a sort of cellular thing earlier, but do we dare touch it? Okay, it's solid. Okay, so I don't want to get too far-fetched theory-esque, but this almost looks... I don't know, as if we're looking at something at an atomic level. But now that we're here, what do we do? Okay, so congratulations, we made it past the anglerfish, but now what do we do? What does this gain us? We don't need to keep the scout there anymore, so we can at least freely use the scout. Oh gosh, that has to be an anglerfish. Yeah, so let's just not go that way. Oh goody, 3 minutes of oxygen remaining. Maybe this episode won't be quite as long as I thought. Oh. There's a seed over there. Okay. A seed over there as well. And no anglerfish around them. But there's definitely an anglerfish that way. And another seed over there. Most of these are seeds. Whatever we do, we have to make a decision. We don't have all day to sit around here. Looks like everywhere is just a wall. Alright, let's try going through one of these seeds. It could just kick us out of this central location, but at least we'll know. Because we're not getting any additional information just by sitting around here. Okay, another seed. Do we just go for it? I think we have to. We only have 60 seconds left. Is this just an infinitely looping seed? What about this light down here? Is that an anglerfish? Come on. What is this down here? Come on. Yeah, okay, that one's just an anglerfish. So I don't think we're making it out of here alive. We could really quickly try to get through this seed, but I don't think we're going to make it. Otherwise, it just seems to loop. Yeah. Okay, well that was at least some new information. I'm a little disappointed we didn't get a ship log update, like a congratulations, you confronted true horror in one of the most terrifying ways imaginable, but altogether, that was interesting. We certainly finally made it into the center of Dark Bramble. What that gets us, I'm not sure. Oh well, I guess all that blindfold information wasn't as... Sorry, amphibian dude. Wasn't as non-usable as I thought. But that's where we're going to wrap it up for today. I hope you enjoyed watching, and wherever you are, hope you have a great day. If you're having a bad day, hang in there. If you're having a good day, continue to have a good day. They're few and far between. At any rate, catch you in the next one. Take care.